EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Looking to throw right away is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Watson off play action. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone. You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Cheetah Bengals with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game. Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it? One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston. And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO. Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
12. 11 mighty.
On third down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confident.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
There. But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, it's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking.
Touchdown, Browns! Amari Cooper with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow, man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards to pick up there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11 M3 paint. 11 M3 paint.
Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Get to the end zone. Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That one hit right at the 9, but he couldn't get it to check up. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
To the air yet again, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Slot man moves right. Watson on 3rd down.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. To throw is Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
11 MC paint. 11 MC paint.
After the sack on 1st down, Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Grant on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Browns continue to pull away here this first half. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
11 empty.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Touchdown Bengals.
Zach Davidson.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first and 10, Watson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
11 MT, take. 11 MT.
Burrow on play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunate for them to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
11 mighty.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They go play action with Burrow. Flush to his right.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Here's Watson. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Browns first down.
In motion left, that's Cooper. On 1st down, Watson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
11. Stop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A draw play for Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far. and it's cost them.
Here we go, here we go.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, Tate. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the 1st play of the following drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. On 1st down, it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's up to the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Burrow will throw.
That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Blosson Austin. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
25 yards for the touchdown.
and the Browns are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big... Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Blesson Austin.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
11 MC, stop.
Now Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
12, 12, 12. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
11
In motion comes the tight end left.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Burrow on play action. That is taken in by Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Blesson Austin. 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
He's got a man complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
That's good.
Here we go. Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that is incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
12, 12, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
11 mighty. 11, 11 MT. Hey. 11, 12, 12, 12.
Play action. It's Burrow. On the move to his left. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to
the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.